Think we're live, bro.
And that's what it looks like it.
Let's see. Oh, I just got something come across my timeline that I was not expecting. What's up, everybody? If you're seeing this, we're gonna give this time to propagate and populate and all of that good stuff. But yeah, bro, we live. We are live. We're live. How you doing today, bro?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about you, Frat?
Man, I'm doing better than amazing. Better than amazing.
So,
For everybody tuning in or who may not know, my name is Dr. Carlton Calhoun, and I am live with my fraternity brother and business partner, Brother Calvin Fortune. Brother Fortune, if you would, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you're from, when you pledge, all of that good stuff.
So, Omicron Alpha, first and foremost, Omicron Alpha, Utica College, Syracuse University, spring 01. Love every second of it, right? It's been 19 glorious years with this wondrous band. But, a young guy, I'm a young 39-year-old from New York City, New York. Been in the military for 14 years, captain. Been doing, this venture for the last 5 months. And when I say the last 5 months have been such an eye-opener to me and so many people, it is ridiculous.
So before we get into that, let's back up. Been in the military how long?
14 years, 4 deployments, 5 overseas tours. Yeah.
4 deployments, 5 overseas tours.
Yeah.
So where all have you been?
Been Korea, Africa, Kuwait, Afghanistan a few times. Where else have I been? A couple of places I can't say, but I've been there.
Okay. So what made you wait, let's back up. You mentioned your chapter, but you didn't mention the fraternity, bro.
My apologies. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Yeah, my line brother's gonna kill me for this one.
Okay.
Fraternity. I am a deuce, part of the amazing Deuce Club.
If you flip that number upside down, you had the right number. That's what's up, bro. So what made you go into the military?
My dad and stepmom were both retired military, so it was just kind of innate in me to go that route off to college. So I did the enlisted route to pay off some student loans, and then I transitioned on the officer side once that mission was complete. But I attribute that to my dad and my stepmom. They served. My dad 28 years, my stepmom did 22 years, so they were my inspiration to join.
Okay. Yeah. Now, was there any fear going in, or you was like, no, I'm ready for this, let's do this?
So after being a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity for 5 years at that time, there was nothing I thought I couldn't enter that I wasn't prepared for because of this organization.
Now, without elaborating, elaborate.
So you know what? They just prepare you for pressure. The work you have to do when you become a member. You got to be mission focused, mission oriented, because there's so many brothers and there's so many community projects that we do that situational awareness, has always been there. So from the moment you make that decision to join this organization, that is instilled from you to the moment, you reach that Omega chapter, unfortunately, so I was prepared for the military, man. Basic training, was a circus compared to what I did.
Yeah, I know how they get down in Syracuse in the New York chapter. So shout out to all the brothers from the Northeast, Go Mob, Blue Fire, all of that good stuff.
But you're from the Southern region yourself, right?
Yep, Southern region. Pledged Clark Atlanta University, spring 1994, Psi chapter. Currently a member of Xi Sigma chapter here in Atlanta, Georgia. Also, life member number 1598.
I'm still working on it.
It's all good, man. I know the type of work you do. In fact, we actually met at one of our at one of our state conferences where you were serving the fraternity then. So tell me, how did that come about?
Wow. So, I'm the treasurer in the Alpha Omega Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity here in Hinesville, Georgia. And I was one of the delegates to go to the state conference. And one of the seminars was Financial Literacy, Wealth 101. I immediately, was like, hey, I'm going to go to this seminar while you guys go to whatever else y'all going to go to. And I tell you, it was maybe less than an hour that you were able to speak to the group. And I would say 10 minutes in, I was like, I gotta pull this guy to the side because I'm doing okay, but I don't think I'm doing enough. And that's what I approached. Remember, I said, hey, listen, do you talk to military folks, man? Because I know a lot of people who can use this information,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it's been written ever since. I appreciate you, reaching out, giving me your number, your email, because you see 5 months later, we're still connected.
Absolutely. And within that 5 months, you've been able to help a ton of people improve their finances. So in talking about improving the finances, tell everybody a little bit about what it is that you do in that area. So
simply put, I multiply my money in the most liquid financial markets on the planet. A lot, like I used to dabble in the stock market, but stock market trades about $200 billion per day. When I learned that the foreign exchange markets upwards to $7 million per day, 24 hours, or $7 trillion, excuse me, like it was a no-brainer. It was something like, hey, if I can learn something that I can pass on to my kids could pass on to their kids, it was a no-brainer for me, and just the platform that we're connected to made it easy for me to learn the skill and make some money while doing it, and I want to make good players. I got a lot of family watching, but I've been able to do some things.
So we're gonna put that out because I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
And I always like to be upfront. I always like to be transparent. This is not easy. It's not difficult, but it's not easy. It's not something where you can come in 1 day, 2 days, 10 days, and turn your finances around. That's not how it works. That's what anything. It takes some time. It takes some commitment. It takes some dedication. More importantly, it takes some discipline. And, Brother Fortune, you used to discipline, pledge Phi Beta Sigma, officer in the Army, a father. So you know what it means to be disciplined.
Yes, indeed. I tell people all the time, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Can you and will you have the ability to get there? Absolutely. But you got to put in some work. Like you say all the time, it's not enough to just join a gym and get that membership. You got to put in some work. And you mentioned something, you said it's not easy. I tell people all the time, it is not easy, but it's worth it. You put in some time and you'll see a lot of results. It's not something you got to do all day long, every day, to see some results. So that's what's amazing about the foreign exchange markets.
Now, you have an interesting experience. Your first day going live, how much were you able to earn in the markets?
So my first day going live, I started my account with $120. My first day going live, I made a couple of $100. But within 2 weeks, like my second week of going live, I had an $1,100 day. And I was just like, I'm sold from here on. And what's crazy is I wasn't necessarily sure how I did it. I just know how to follow instructions.
Right.
About instructions. I've subsequently have learned how I did it, but that day, copy and paste, follow instructions, make some money.
And that's crazy. You didn't know how you did it. And I tell people in the beginning, you won't understand it. People say, you know what? I don't know how to trade. I don't know anything about trading. Well, perfect. None of us did. That's why we enrolled in the academy.
Yes.
The academy is an educational platform. It teaches you the skill of trading. So for those of you who may be asking and who always ask, no, we will not invest for you. No, we will not trade for you. No, we will not take your money. The Academy, the platform that we utilize, does not trade for you, does not take your money. It's no different from attending a college or a university and getting a skill set than going out into the marketplace and monetizing that skill. Same thing we teach here at the Academy. We give you the tools, we give you the education, we give you the training that you need to go out and monetize a skill. And if you are willing to learn this skill, if you wanted to, you can go out and get a six-figure job. Major banks are paying Forex traders and binary options traders starting at $144,000. So yeah. I want to throw this out before I ask. We don't make any income claims or guarantees. Trading involves a certain level of risk. Yes, we teach you how to mitigate or minimize those risks, but there are risks involved with every investment. In fact, living a life without investing is risky. So there are risks involved in everything. But real quick, without being specific, about how much income have you been able to earn just trading? We're not talking about the residual that you earn, just trading in 5 months. About how much income have you been able to earn?
So just trading, just under $30,000. You know, and yeah, and you know, and I personally only trade three days a week. You know, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays when the markets are really fluid. You know, so yeah, just trading, because I made some money.
Just trading, right.
But just traded just under $30,000.
You made an additional $30,000.
Correct.
And you know, for people who understand about the military, you're a captain, right?
Yep, captain. So those military folks, I'm a captain with enlisted background. So, you know, I'm on a different pay scale. So I do okay already.
Right.
So it's like,
want to throw that out because a lot of people think that we encourage people to quit their jobs, or absolutely not. In fact, we encourage people to keep your job. Learn how to multiply the money you're already earning.
Yep, exactly. Like, I love what I do. I get up every morning, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and I go out there and I make things happen. But this venture, trading in a foreign exchange, you know, has just opened up my eyes to like what I've been missing, what I wish I learned 17 years ago when I graduated college, which could have set me up so differently today, you know. But it's never too late, you know, and I tell people all the time, it's not about age. You know, my mom she's on the verge of being 60, and like she's trading in these markets. So it's just like, you know, we make her do what it do, you know, age, you know, 13 and 11, and they are learning the skill as I learn the skill. So it's amazing.
That's what's up, man. So with this new skill set, what are some things that you hope to accomplish? And I don't mean just financially for yourself and your family, but what are some of the things that you hope to accomplish now that you have access to this information and this skill set?
Well, aside from income, most importantly, changing the trajectory of so many people in my community. I had a discussion with some colleagues just last week. You know, there was a statistic that said 81% of Americans do not have $1,000 in a checking or savings account combined. That's 81%. Tens of millions of people in this country, and only 19% have $1,000 in a saving account. You know, and since learning about the foreign exchange and learning that's exactly how banks are multiplying my savings account. Be your own bank. I still have a savings account because that's what I use as an emergency fund. Mm-hmm. I do not intend for money to grow in a savings account. I probably earned $10 over the last of 10 years in a savings account. In the foreign exchange, I'm alleviating what I'm multiplying from the banks and just doing it on my own and creating my own banking system personally. You know, and what I seek to do is show my community this very skill, like put them in a position to change some financial circumstances for themselves.
Yeah. That's what I like about it. For those who may not know, my background is education, so I'm a firm believer in education. However, I believe that we do our children a disservice by not educating them properly on finances.
Absolutely.
That's why I love our platform, because number one, it's an educational platform. Number two, it's much more than that. I get to meet people like you, our mentors who give us foundational and fundamental concepts into investing long term. The foreign exchange is an introduction to investing, but on a short term basis. But the principles, the strategies that you learn, you can apply to any area. As long as there's a chart, you can make forecasts, you can make predictions, you can even better manage your 401ks.
Absolutely. Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, I've never traded on a desktop or a laptop.
Use your phone.
I've done on my smartphone. Technology has made it just that simple. Like I've sat in meetings, and plug in some numbers, conducting myself for the meeting. After the meeting, watch my money grow. It's just ridiculous. And you mentioned our mentors, like you being one of my mentors alone, just seeing what you and others are able to do and have done, and taking time out of your busy schedules. Because right now you don't have to be sharing your platform with me. You could be out there trading, but you take your time out to show that it's not about us. Forex essentially is the vehicle in which many people are changing their communities. And we just didn't, like I told you before, like I didn't know what Forex meant. I thought, when you said, hey, I trade in the foreign exchange, I thought you were asking me to let some kid from overseas come to stay at my I was like, I got a 1-bedroom apartment. Like I don't have the space, but I've since learned what it is, and and it wasn't hard for me to succeed in it.
Yeah, and what's crazy, bro, we're literally just getting started. Speaking of that, shout out to Mr. Bo Bennett for smashing the rank of Chairman 10 in 4 months. I thought mine was fast. I knew Mr. Owens was fast. I thought mine was fast. At the end of the day, the goal doesn't matter when it's hit, as long as it's hit. So
What I loved about yesterday was seeing a 20-year-old reach the level of Chairman 10.
20 years ago is the Clark Atlanta University, my alma mater. So shout out to CAU.
20 years old, 6 figures waking up.
Imagine being in class and you check out because you know that you're earning more than that.
I couldn't imagine, but when I get there, I'm sure I'm gonna manage to figure out how to conduct myself. But
yeah,
it's crazy. It's like it starts with the mindset, understanding, breaking out of what I thought was plausible for my financial situation. Like breaking out what a lot of us think is comfortable. I've since learned that financial freedom does not come with trading labor for dollars. Like I will continue to work no matter what I do with these markets, because it's my choice. I don't, my lifestyle is not dependent on me going into work every day.
Right.
That's what this platform provides, like a choice. Like that's what everybody needs in this world, a choice. It provides a choice to make some decisions based on what you feel like doing when you get up in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I often say that too. It's not about the fact that you can make money. It's the fact that you have more choices. When you have more choices, you have more chances to improve your situation. So, again, the environment that we have, the platform that we're able to use, the amount of lives that we're able to impact, being in over 100 countries around the world, more than 7 different languages. So you're talking about virtually being able to make money from anywhere in the world, as long as you have access to a smart device, a computer, and some Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
you can start to create wealth.
Like I'm personally connected to individuals that are in Poland, that's on my team, Colombia, South America, Korea, Germany. So it's like they're able to stay connected with us via technology and master these markets no matter where they are. I'm talking about traveling from place to place, picking up a Wi-Fi signal, you know, and digging into the charts. You know, there's no limit to what people could do when they understand what's in front of them. You know, the biggest thing about, you know, when you have choices, and it's my personal opinion, you make better decisions. You know, you're not backed in the corner to do something like you haven't really formulated a plan for. Have choices, then you can start making calculated decisions that'll benefit you in the long run, and what's not sitting right in front of you. So, man,
You know, we tend to talk about only the good things.
mhm.
And I'm a firm believer in giving people as many perspectives as possible. What are some of the challenges that you've had since you started this venture?
Wow. So some of the challenges, I would say, just being able to, one of my challenges in the beginning was just keeping people motivated about what it is they invested in. You know, and one of the reasons we don't make income guarantees is because I cannot work for someone else. I cannot make their work ethic. You know, so that was one of the disadvantages. But, you know, one thing was just the color red. You know, being Sigmas, you know, blue is our favorite color. Blue, your profit. But you have to break out of, you know, I had to break out of like, hey, as soon as I saw red, you know what? Let me pull out this trade.
Right.
You know, red does not necessarily mean it's bad. Red means like, hey, just, you know, just give it some time. So you learn patience, you know, you absolutely learn discipline, but like just in the beginning, your patience, you know, you got to learn some patience. And then there's not very many downfalls to this academy. We're talking about compared to what, you know, is, you know, pennies in a bucket compared to what I've made already to even enroll in the academy. You know, I've made a return on investment immediately, you know, so not many downfalls except for my favorite educator is in Poland, so I have to get up at 3:30 sometimes in the morning if I want to catch some of her trades, you know. So
Anastasia?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something you said. Oh, and I forgot. Man. I'll remember in a minute. I cannot think of it. But anyway, and you know I'm gonna be asking you to do a testimony on my 7 o'clock call. So
I'm there. I'm there.
just want to. What's your favorite aspect of the academy in terms of the services that they offer?
My favorite aspect of this software called the harmonic scanner. You know, when you talk about like the live education is awesome, but like when it comes to actually learning the skill, you know, this app, you know, is what I use as a personal, what I call my personal, you know, assistant, because it literally assists me with setting up profitable trades, you know, and I know this might sound foreign to some folks, but setting up the stop loss, setting up the take profits and things of that nature. It literally does 75% of the work for you. And then you apply some strategies that solidify what you're seeing on the screen. So again, the harmonic scanner, which comes with the actual subscription, is what has made me the majority of my money, you know.
And just let people know, the harmonic scanner is some artificial intelligence software that scans the entire foreign exchange markets, and it identifies potentially profitable and high probability trade ideas. Now, you always trade at your own risk. We encourage people, yes, utilize the services, but learn the skill. And then based on your own analysis, see if you would enter the trade that the harmonic scanner marks up. Because don't believe what you see. Nobody wins 100% of their trades. It just does not happen.
But what I can tell
Huh?
But I can tell you though, I'm a marketing guy, right? But you know, that's what I went to school for. But I can tell you this harmonic scanner has an 82% success rate. You know, like so just from, you know, cataloging and logging trades that I put in using that software, 82% success rate. So you're right, it doesn't have a 100% success. I'm not a gambler, but I do know that when you go to the casino, if you win 51% of the time, you're in profit. 82% is amazing.
What would you say to the individual who may have heard or seen something about trading, foreign exchange? What would you say somebody needs to look for, and what can they expect?
The first thing they need to look for is look for, we'll say, what in their lives, like look for motivation. What is it they want to get out of their current situation? What is it they want to improve? And then understand it's a mentality thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of our mentors, Justin Owens, he mentioned that the mentality of the wealthy is completely different than the mentality of the middle to lower class. So when those individuals, like a wealthy person, they invest first and then spend. We'll spend and then we will try to invest what is left over. And many times we find we don't have much to invest. But I would tell an individual is like, not success is blind. Success doesn't know anyone. You have to go out there and introduce. Nothing is given to anybody for the most part. But you yourself to something, you make it happen. And that's what I would tell any individual who is either on the fence, who think it's a scam. Because I've heard that, like, oh, it's a scam. Like, I just don't know where that comes from, because we're so programmed to think that when somebody brings something to us that it's a scam, it's get rich quick. I've never told anybody going to make $1 million in 6 months. They're going to make $1 million. What I tell people is you can multiply your money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could put $100 in the bank today and come visit that bank next year. If you are in a bank that has an awesome return on investment, you have $103. If $103. If you are using the average bank, you may have $97 because they're going to charge you a maintenance fee. Many banks charge a $5 maintenance fee per month. So that could be potentially $60 outside of your account. So you may come to $40 next year, depending on which bank you use. So it's just like you have to pick and choose, for the most part, what it is you want. Do you want to change financially, or do you want to keep thinking about the change? Because until you actually put some effort or put something into action, you write something down, it's not a goal, it's just an idea. Nobody makes money off ideas.
Yeah, I tell people, never empty your savings account. But if you truly want to experience some growth in your money is supposed to be in motion. It's called currency. It's supposed to be moving. I tell people, for example, if you have $500 in your savings account, take 100, take 200, put it into the markets, leave 300. As you grow your account trading, you can start to put money back into that savings account and use that as a seed. Again, you have to be careful who you're listening to. You have to be careful who you're following. If somebody is telling you to take all your money or quit your job or anything that goes against everything that you believe, at least morally, then that's probably not somebody you need to listen to. But if there's an individual who have better results financially than you, and they're offering you a roadmap to follow, then it may be a good idea to at least give them a chance to say what it is they have to say.
Absolutely.
So, hey man, I appreciate you, bro. We have a call coming up soon.
I'll be on, man. I'm here for the team.
Yeah. So,
appreciate you allowing me to, be on your platform. It's an amazing feeling, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you coming on, bro. We're just getting started.
Absolutely.
I haven't even been in a year, and you've seen the type of results that we're able to get, how many people we're able to help impact. So I'm looking forward to the next 6 to 12 months. It's going to be magical.
Absolutely, man. I'll be right there for the ride.
All right, bro. I'll see you soon, man. I appreciate it.
All right, Frat. No problem. Have a good one.
Later.